Welcome to InfinityCube Python Learning Series 2. I hope everybody have attempted quiz 2. If you have any doubts in the quiz, we are coming up with a complete video solution for the quiz 2. Here we are giving the explanation for each and every question from basics. What are the basics fundamentals required? What are the concepts required for each question? Here we are providing the solution and explanation. So I request all the students to please go through the video and you understand if you have any doubt and if you have any clarification regarding any question. Okay, thank you. Here the first question in the quiz 2 is what data type in the object below. So what he has given L is equal to 1 23 hello. So what is this? What data type it is? It is a list object. So this is a list object. In list object, we can have any type of data. That means a list is a heterogeneous. We can have integer type, we can have float type, we can have string type, we can have any type. So what data type it is? It is a list. So the answer for this question is list. The next question is what is the type of H is equal to welcome. So what is the data type? So here you have assigned a string. How we can note that it is a string? Within double quotations you have kept so that it is a string. So you have assigned your string to a variable H. So if you want to see the what data type it is, if you just use the function type H, then it immediately print it is a class string. It is a class string. So you people may confuse. So immediately you will see that string, so that you will keep a string as an option. No, there is no string data type. There is str data type only. So when you go to the data types, you have int, you have float, bool, str. There is no string data type. There is no complete string. So here the string can be represented with str. So most of the people may choose option by confusing that. So okay, it is a string, so that we will tell the type of a type of H is string, but the type of H is str, not a string. So please do remember that. Not to confuse you. In interviews they will ask, in interviews or any quizzes they will ask like that. So this is a string, this is also a string, but you don't have any, you don't have string data type, you have str data type only. So there is no complete spelling of string. Okay, I hope everybody have understood. So the next question is print. Here the question is print. You are trying to print. What you are trying to print? You have taken a string. The string consisting of 5 S's. So this is a string. Within double quotes you have enclosed the string. String dot, you have used a predefined function of the string count. Within count you have given S. Within count you have given S. That means you are trying to print how many number of times this S came in this string. How many number of times this S came in this string? How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the character S came 5 times in the given string. So the option is 5. The correct answer is 5. Suppose if I write like this, print hello dot count of, within double quotations I am giving L. So that means I want to count how many number of times the character L came in our string hello. So how many times it came? It came 1, 2 times. So here count is a function which counts the number of occurrence of the given character in the given string. So what is the given string? Here hello is the given string. So this is the string. That's why I have enclosed this string in the double quotations. So in the string, how many times the L is encountered? So the L encountered 2 times. So this is the representation. So here he has given 5 S's dot count here of S. So that means he wants to know how many times the character S occurred in the given string. So how many times it came? It came 5 times. Okay. Here, what is the output when we execute the print list of welcome? What he has given? He has given print list of welcome. Print list of welcome. That means what is welcome? Welcome is a string. What is welcome? Welcome is a string. So if you are converting the string into list object, welcome is a string object. You are converting the string object into list object. That means we have type conversion. We have type conversion from string to list object. We can convert the string to the list object. How you will convert? You just write the list of the string object. You write the list of string object. Then the string object will be converted into a list object. How it will be converted? So here the string is welcome. Here the string is welcome. When you convert this into a list object, the list will appear like this. List is equal to, it takes each and individual character from the string and it appends to the list like this. W is one character in the list, E is another character in the list, L is another character in the list, C is another character, O is another character, M and E. So how the elements will be added into the list? So what the sequence of characters are there in the string? Those sequence of characters will be added as individual element in the string. So this is a welcome is a string. So there are 7 characters. Each character will be added as a individual character in the list object. So with the help of list of string, we can convert the string into a list object. So the answer for this is welcome. That means here the individual object, the individual items are added into the list from the string. What is the string is given? Welcome. Welcome is a string. So how many characters are there in the welcome? There are 7 characters. So each character added into the list. Okay. Here is the next question. You can just watch here the next question. Names is equal to here he has given a list. This is the list. Names. Names is equal to he has given some names. So this is at 0 index. This is at first index. This is at second index. This is at third index. So here in our question, what is there? Print names. Names means it is a list name. Names of he has given indexing as -1, -1. What he has given? He has given names of -1, -1. This -1 indicates you are traveling in the negative direction. This means you are traveling from last to the first. You are traveling from last index. So if you go in the forward direction, you will take the index as 0 to n-1. If you travel in the reverse direction, that means in backward direction, the indexing starts from -1, -2, -3, -4. So here this becomes -1, here this becomes -2, this becomes -3, this becomes -4. There is a flexibility. We can travel from forward direction or you can travel from negative backward direction. If you go in the forward direction, your indexing starts from 0 to length -1. If you travel from backward direction, the indexing starts from -1 to -n. So this is the way you can travel in both the directions. So what he has given, in order to confuse you, he has given names of -1. Names of -1. -1 here the first index indicates this -1 indicates you have to travel in the backward direction. You have to travel from the backward direction. So when you travel from the backward direction, what is the first what is the element at -1? What is the element at -1? The element at -1 is Daman. The element at -1 is Daman. Now here internally has given another index. you want to print the character at -1 at the element -1. So what is the element at -1 index? The element at -1 index is Daman. So in this Daman, what is the element at what is the character at -1? So if it is again it is a string. It is a sequence. So whenever it is a sequence, again it has some indexing. So when you go from backward direction, the indexing starts from -1, -2, -3, -4, -4. Now you want to print the -1 index element. So what is -1 index element? N is the element at index -1 in the reverse direction. So what will be the answer when you write names of -1, -1, n will be printed. N will be printed. N will be printed because here you are going to each and every element. Again, every element is of a sequence type. Again, every element is a sequence type. So whenever it is a sequence, you have both directions to traverse the string, either in the forward direction or in the backward direction. He is given the element at -1. So that means you have to start from backward direction. So what is the element at -1 in Daman? In Daman, the element at -1 is here. If you go in the forward direction, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you go in backward direction, this is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So what is the element at -1? So n. So n will be printed. So this is the flexibility there in Python. You can travel from forward direction as well as in the backward direction. Okay, I hope you are understand. Suppose if I write like this, names of 2 minus 3. So what will be printed if I write like this, names of 2 minus 3? First of all, this is the external index. So with this you have to reach to the particular element. You have to reach to the particular element. What is the particular element here? At what is the element at index 2? So this is the forward direction. This is a positive now. So this is the forward direction. So this is the 0 index. This is the index 1. This is the index 2. So what is the element at index 2? The element at index 2 is a Charlton. So in this again it is a sequence. So here the element at 2 is C H A R L T O N. So that means again it is a sequence. In that sequence, what is the character you want? You want the character at -3. -3 means reverse indexing. That means -3 means you are coming from the negative direction. That means backward direction. So when you come from the backward direction, what is the index? This is the -1. This is the -2. This is the -3. This is the -4. This is the -5. -6. -7. -8. So what is the element at -3? The element at -3 is T. So if you want to print, what will be printed? You will get -3. You will get T as the at -3 position. What is there? T is there. So T will be printed. The character T will be printed. So you have to understand. Every element is again a sequence. So whenever it is sequence, it has some indexing. Whenever it has an indexing, you may go from positive direction or you go from negative direction. If you go from positive direction, the elements indexing starts from 0 in the positive direction. If you go from negative direction, the elements indexing starts from -1, -2 up to the length of the string. Okay? I hope everybody have understood. So the next question is, he has given a dictionary. D is equal to, this is the key and this is the value. So this is the key and this is the value. He has given a dictionary object. What is asking? To delete the entry for John. That means he wants to delete the entry with the key John. So what is the element which is there with the John? This is the element. That means it is the key value pair. He wants to delete the entry of John. So how can we delete? So we can delete this with a del keyword. We have a delete keyword. With the help of delete keyword, you just indicate with the key. So you are indicating the del D of D. What you want to delete with the help of key. You cannot delete with the help of value. If you want to delete any element or any item from the dictionary, you can delete the item from the dictionary using the key only. With value you cannot delete. So here you are saying that del, that means you want to delete it. So from where you want to delete it? From the dictionary. From the dictionary, what do you want to delete? With the help of the key, I want to delete the entire key value pair. So immediately John, John with the key, John is the key and the value is a 40 will be deleted from the dictionary. Suppose if you want to print the dictionary, now if you want to print D, so what will be printed? If you want to print D, so D is equal to, what will be printed? So D is equal to only Peter colon 45 will be there. Why? Because this is already deleted. If you want to delete the entire dictionary, you just write like this, del D. Del D. If you execute this command, entire dictionary will be deleted and will be deleted. Okay. So this is a way of deleting an individual item from the dictionary. You can delete an individual item from the dictionary using key only. With the value, you cannot delete the item from the dictionary. Here the next question is a little bit the big question. So here in this entire program, the interesting thing is filter. He has given filter. What is a filter? Filter is a function. What is a filter? Filter is a function. Filter is a function. What it takes? You will send a function and a iterable object into the filter. So function and the element sequence. What is a? A may be a list, A may be a string, A may be a dictionary, whatever it may be. You are giving an iterable object into the filter function. In filter function, always first one is a, there are two parameters in the filter function. The first one is a function. Second one is an iterable object. Iterable object. So iterable object. You are setting the iterable object. Here, this function, here what will be filter usually? Filter means which filters something. Which filters something. Which filters something based on the condition. Based on the condition. So how it filters? If the function returns true, then that value will be considered. If the function returns false, suppose what you are passing into the filter function, in filter function you are passing a function as a parameter. If this function returns true, then that element will be considered. If the function returns false, that element won't be considered. So like that, it is filtering the elements in the given sequence object. The sequence object means either it may be a list, dictionary, or tuple sequence object based on the true and false value. If the function condition is not true, that means that element is not satisfying our requirement. So that element will be taken out from the sequence. That means that it filters that element. So here in our question, what is given? He has given a list object. Okay, here A is a list object and B is equal set A. That means in the previous question we have converted a string into a list object. Here we are converting set A. What is A? A is a list object. Now what are you doing? You are converting a list object into a set object. You are converting a list object into a set object. When you are converting a list object into a set object, in set duplicates duplicates will be eliminated. That means in set you don't have any duplicates. In list and tuples you can have duplicates, but when it comes to the set you don't have any duplicates. If the element appears at multiple times but it shows only one time, that is, it eliminates the duplicates. So when you are converting this list into a set, so how many duplicates are there? 5 came 2 times, 7 came 3 times. So in this set object, in this set b is equal to what will be there? 5, 6, 7 only will be there. You will not have 5 2 times, 7 3 times. Why? Because in set duplicate element won't be accepted. So when you are converting your list into a set object, so all the duplicates will be eliminated and only unique elements will be maintained in the set. So b is equal to 5, 6, 7 only will be there in the set. Okay. So this is about the conversion from a list to a set. Here he has defined a function. What is the name of the function? The name of the function is test. For that you are passing some element. Now you are checking if that element, LST means an element. If that element in B, if that element is there in B, it means it is checking whether it is an operator. What is checking? Whether the given element is there in the list or not, there in the object, what is B in the set or not. So if the element is there, you are returning 1. 1 means it is a true. Else, if the element is not there, you are returning false. 0. 0 means false. So here now you come to the actual code. For I in filter. Filter is a function. What you will pass in the filter? For the filter you will pass for 2 parameters. First parameter is a function. Second parameter is a iterable object. So filter test comma A. So what are the elements are there in A? In A there are A is a list object. In that you have several elements. So it takes the filter function takes one element, each and every element from the A. So what are the elements is there? So in A we have 5, 6, 7, 7, 7. So first which element will be passed to the test function? The first element will be passed as 5. So 5 will be taken from the list and it will be passed as a parameter to the test function. So where is the test function? Test function is here. Where is the test function? Test function is here. Say here. So what are the elements are there in A? 5, 6, 7, 7, 7. In this list, your filter takes one element from the list and it passes as a parameter to the test. So where is test? Test is here. So list of A. List of what is first element? 5. So test of 5. So here LST means 5. Now you are checking if 5 in B, if 5 in what is there? What is B? B is equal to the set. What are the elements are there in B? 5, 6, 7. Now you are checking if 5 in B. If 5 in B, yes, 5 is there in B. 5 is there in B. So that the condition is true. So here it is returning 1. 1 indicates true. So now finally, what is the result of this test function? The result of the test function is true. So if it is true, you are immediately printing that I value. What is that I value? 5. You are printing that 5. You are printing that print I. So you are printing that 5. Immediately again it takes another element. So what is the another element from the list? 5. Again a 5 will be passed to the test function. Now what is the LST? LST is equal to again 5. Now if 5 is there in B, yes, 5 is there in B. So it returns true. So whenever it returns true, the filter function outputs the element. So what is the element? Again you want to print I. Again 5 will be printed. Again what is the next element? Next element is 6. So now you are passing 6 as a parameter to the function test. Now here you are passing 6. So now LST means 6. So now you are checking if 6 in B, yes, 6 is there in B. 6 is there in B. So that it returns 1. Returns 1 means true. So whenever the filter function returns, whenever the filter function returns true from the function, from the internal function, it will be considered. That value will be considered. So what is the value? 5. Sorry, 6. So here 6 will be printed. Again, what is the next element? The next element is 7. Again, the 7 will be passed here. LST means 7. Is 7 in B? Yes, 7 is there in B. It returns 1. So again, it returns 1. That 1 means true. So whenever it is true, the filter function considers that value. So you are immediately printing that value. What will be value printed? 7. Again, another value will be taken. What is the value? 7. Again, you are checking the 7. Yes, 7 is there in B. Again, returns true. So whenever the test function returns true, the filter function considers that value. So here you want to print that value for I. So what will be printed? I. Again, and the 7 you have taken. That 7 also will be there in 5. So what is the output? 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7. So this will be the output from the function. What this AND is equal to space indicates in print statement, whenever it prints a value, it goes to the next line. That means whenever it prints 5, it goes to the next line. The cursor will wait here. But I want to print that value here. So what I am doing, I don't want to send the cursor to the next line. I want to keep cursor at this place. So for that, I am using a parameter. So I and is equal to, that means you are not letting cursor to go to the next line. You are keeping the cursor with one space after this character. So after one space, the cursor will wait here. So next 5 will be printed. Again, after one place, the cursor will wait here. Again, 6 will be printed. After one place, the cursor will be here. Like that, the elements are printing in a single line. It is not going to the new line. So always prints the element, and it goes to the next line. But if you give the another parameter and is equal to some value, then that keeps the element in the same line only. Okay. So the answer for this question is 5, 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay. Next question is, what is the output of the following Python code? So he has given what is this? This is a set. What is this? This is also a set. Here you want to print. What you want to print? A is equal to B. A is equal to B. Here whenever you are using double is equal to between two variable, this double is equal to will do content comparison. It do content comparison. That means it checks whether the content is same between A and B. So content comparison. Double is equal to means content comparison, or you can say that value comparison. So here you want to check A is equal to B. A is equal to content comparison. So when you go for internal contents, here 7 is there, here 7 is there. Here 5 is there, here 5 is there. Here 6 is there, here 6 is there. Here 8 is there, here 8 is there. So the contents in A, the contents in B, both are same. So this returns, if both are same, this returns true. Boolean value, true. It returns true. So what will be printed? True will be printed. True will be, for this, true will be printed. And after printing, usually the cursor will go to the next line, new line. But here you are saying end is equal to hash. That means you are not letting your cursor go to the new line, and you are printing hash, and you are keeping your cursor here. When you come to this line, A is B. A is B. Here double is equal to the content comparison. Here is also an operator. The duty of this operator, whether these two addresses are, whether these two IDs are same or not. That means is checks the identity of A and B. What is meant by identity? Identity means address. The address of A and B are equal or not. So here the address of A and B are not equal. So A has a different address and B has a different address. So it returns false. It returns false. So what is an is operator? Is checks the address of two variables. So here A and B are having two different addresses. So it returns false. So what will be printed? Here initially true is printed. After that hash is printed. Next false will be printed. False will be printed. So what is the output of this? So what is the output of this function? The output of this function is true hash false will be printed. Okay. You just all of you please try these questions in Python interpreter in Python so that you will know how the answer is coming, how the things are going on. Unless until if you don't practice, there is no meaning of code. Coding means, programmer means you need always practice. You have to practice in different ways. You have to try in different ways. You have to try logic in different ways. So simply listening won't be sufficient. As a programmer, you need to practice it. As a computer science student, you need to practice it. When you practice it, you will know. So you have to practice it. So you have to check whether is A is B. That means you have to check how you will check the address of A. You will check the address of A by using ID of A. It gives the address of A. Now you see the address of B, ID of C. Now you check the ID of A is different, ID of B is different. That means the address of A is different and the address of B is different. So it gives false. It gives false. Okay? You have to try it. Okay? I hope everybody is understanding. We'll go to the next class. Next question. So the next question is, what is the output of the following Python code? Okay, he has given a list. List L is equal to 23, 45, 32 has given something. Now, for I in L, that means for each value in L, that for I means L is the iterable object. So for I means I takes for takes each and individual element from the L. So for what is given for I in L, that means here I means each value from L. So what up to whatever the elements are there in L, each time it takes one value from the list. So initially, so it takes 23 is the first value. That means for 23 in L, next what is checking? If 23 I by 2, 23 modulo 2 is equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then you are coming and continue. You are doing nothing. You are just continuing the for loop. You are continuing the for loop. You are continuing the for we are doing nothing. But here 23 modulo division with 2 is not equal to 0. Not equal to, so you are coming to the next statement. So what is the next statement? Print I. What you are printing? You are printing 23. You are printing 23. Again, go to the for loop. Again, I takes another value from the list. What is the another value? 45 will be taken. So again, if 45 modulo division with 2 is equal to 0, no, it is not 0. So again, you are coming to the next line and you are printing I. So what value will be printed? Initially 23 is printed. Now 45 will be printed. Again, you are going to the next element from the list. What is the next element? 32. So you are taking 32 from L. So 32 from L. So again come here. If 32 modulo division with 2 is equal to 0, is 32 is modulo division with 2 is equal to 0? Yes, the remainder is equal to 0. So when the if condition is true, you are coming to this statement. What is the statement? Continue. Continue means it is saying that you stop here and you go to the for loop. So you are not doing anything. You are just coming. Your continue means it won't do anything. It just it is asking cursor to go to the if for statement. So what is the next element? This element is completed. What is the next element? So here 32 won't be printed. Your next element is 67. Again, if 67 modulo division with 2 is equal to 0, no. And you are coming to this statement and you are printing the value of 5. What value will be printed? 67 will be printed. Again, what value will be taken? So 43. So for I in L. So next element is 43. Is 43 division by 2 is equal to 0? No. Now come to the next line and print. So what value will be printed? 43 will be printed. So that means here you are filtering. What you are filtering? You are not printing the even numbers. You are printing only odd numbers. If it is even number, you just leave it, skip the number, and you go to the next. Continue indicates you just skip the number and you go to the next element. So what is the output from this? The output from this is 23, 45, 67, and 40. Okay. Here, what will be the output of the following Python code? So he has given one list. In that list, there are 3 elements. L is equal to, he has given one list. L is equal to 1, 2, 3, and N is equal to L. That means you are assigning the list object to another variable. So now this also becomes a list object. So what is a L refers to the same object. Now L and N refers to the same object. L and N refers to the same object. Why? Because you are copying the elements in L to another element N. So N and L acts as the same. So here 1, 2, 3. So L is referring to 1, 2, 3, and also N is referring to 1, 2. Now you want to delete N of 1 to 2. That means this is an indexing. From where you want to start? You want to start from index. You start deleting from the index. Start index. What is start index? Start index is 1. What is the end index? 2 minus 1. So whenever you are having A colon B, your indexing starts from A. Your indexing ends with B minus 1. Here B is equal to 2. 2 minus 1. That means end index is 1 only. You are starting at 1 and you are ending with 1. That means you are deleting only one element. You are deleting only element at index 1. We are deleting only element at index 1. So what is the element at index 1? So what is the element N is equal to? What is N is equal to 1? 1, 2, 3. So what is the, this is 0 index, this is the first index, this is the second index. What is the element at index 1? The index at the element 1 is 2. So that 2 will be deleted. Now you want to print the N value. So you want to print the N value. So now what are the elements are there in N? After deleting the element at first index 1, 3. So there are only 2 elements. So what is the output of this function? 1, 3 will be the output of this function. Okay. So 1, 3 is the output. Here, in order to confuse you, he is giving that 1 to 2. You people may think that so from index 1 to from index 2 you have to delete. No. So whenever a question like this, you have to see that always the end index will be end minus 1. You have to traverse from start index to start to end minus 1. Start to end minus 1. So what is the value? Start is 1, end minus 1, 2, 2 minus 1, 1. So that means you are deleting only one element at the index 1. Okay. So the output will be 1, 3. So here the next question is how many times hash will be printed using the following code. Okay. For I in range of 2. Whenever you have a range of 2, this indicates 0 to 2 minus 1. 0 to 2 minus 1. That means 0 to 1. How many are there? 0 to 1. So 0, 1. That means you have to range of 2 gives only 2 values. 0, 1. So for I in range. So what is the first value from the range of 2? The first value is 0. So for I, the first value of I is 0. Now we are coming into the loop. So print. That means one hash will be printed. Next, again you are going to this. So what is second value of I? The second value of I is 1. So now the value of I is 1. So now you are coming down. There is no condition. Just you are simply coming to the for loop. Now you are printing hash. Okay. And the hash will be printed. Now there are no elements to consider for the first statement. So there are no further elements. Now this is you are going to the else statement. After completing for you have to immediately go to the else statement. So what is in else? Again in else you are saying to print another hash. So how many hashes will be printed? There will be 3 hashes. So 3 hashes will be displayed as an output from the string. So you can take for loop, you can take another form of for loop is for else. After completing this for, you will go to the else statement. So here I have executed this for loop for 2 times. That means 2 hashes are printed. After completing the for loop, I am coming to the else part of this for loop. Else part of this for loop. So this is another form of for loop. For and else. So here after completing the for loop, I am coming to the else part. So what is printed? What is there in the else part? Only one statement. What is the statement? Print hash. You are trying to print hash. So and the time hash will be printed. So totally after executing this program, else will be printed 3 times. Else will be printed 3 times. So the output for this program is 3. Output for this program is 3. That means you are printing else 3 times. Again, you just remember, you can take simple for loop and you can take for else also. In this first for loop will be executed. After completing the for loop, you will come to the else. So what are the statements are there in else? Those statements will be executed. Okay. Thank you. So the next question is, what will be the output of the following code? So x is equal to 1. X is equal to, he has given some condition. X is equal to, he has given some condition. X is equal to 1 and x is equal to 1. That means this is a comparison operator, content comparison operator between x and x value. So what is the value of x? X is equal to 1. Is equal to 1. What is the value of x? This x value is 1. Is 1 is equal to 1? Here your double is equal to content comparison. Content comparison. Here double equal to means content comparison. That means if 1 and 1 are same, so the return value from this is true. So this true will be stored in x. So what is there next? In x, true will be there. If you want to print x, so what value will be printed? True will be printed. So this returns true. The true value will be stored in x. So what if you want to print the value of x? So what will be printed? It will print true as the output from this program. Okay, this is a very simple question. There is nothing much to discuss here. Only the thing is double is equal to is a content comparison. That means it compares the values. It compares the value. Okay, so here x is equal to x. X is equal to here x, the value of x is equal to 1. Here the value of x, both are set. So that it returns true only. Always this function returns. Always this operator returns either true or false. It returns true or false. Okay. Thank you. Here the next question is what is the output? What will be the output of the following code? Z is equal to, he has taken a variable z is equal to 10 and the variable y is equal to 0. Now he has given some operators to confuse you. X is equal to y less than z. Is y is less than z? Yes, it is true. It is true. And y is z is greater than y. Yes, z is greater than y. Yes, it is also true. So this is true. This is true. Or what is given? This is true. This entire statement becomes true. So whenever it is true. So you no need to go for and the statement in R. So if in R, if one is true, whether the second one is true or not, it is not useful. You don't need to consider. So if it is true, you can go ahead with this true. So now what will be stored in X? So true will be stored in X. True will be stored in X. Okay. If the second statement is true or false, it is not required. If the first statement is true, then the value will be returned to this X variable. So in R, if first statement is true, if the second statement is true or false, the entire statement will become true because of this true. But when it comes to the end, if the first statement is false, you no need to consider for the second statement. But if the first statement is true, you have to check the second statement also. Why? Because if both are true only, the total statement will become true. If the second statement is false, entire expression will become false. So, but whereas in case with R, if the first statement is true, whereas in case with R, if the first statement is true, if the first statement, this entire statement is true, here we are not required about whether it is true or false. Why? Because if one is true, the entire expression will be true. So true will be stored in X. So now if you want to print, now you are trying to print X. What will you print it? True will be printed. So what is the value of what is the output from this expression, from this code? The value, the output from this code is true. So true will be printed. Okay. We'll go to the next question. So here, the next question, 14th question is, what will be the output of the following code? Here is given a string, hello world. Is given a string. Now he wants to print colon -1. He has not given the start index. Start index not given. End index not given. But he has given the step operator. He is giving the step operator. So what is step operator? -1. So -1 indicates you have to traverse in negative direction. The step operator is negative. That means it is a negative direction. Negative direction means backward direction. That means you have to travel, you have to print the elements in the given string from backward direction. That means, so this is the step operator is -1. That means you have to travel in the reverse direction. That means the elements of the string will be printed in the reverse order. That means first D will be printed. First, you are traveling in this direction. So when you are traveling in this direction, what is the first element? D. What is the next element? L. Next element R, O, W, O, L, L, E, H. So reverse of the string will be printed. This indirectly indicates the reverse of the string. Reverse without any predefined functions. How can you reverse the given string? You can reverse the given string by using this operator. So this is the reverse of the string. It indicates the reverse of the string. So what will be printed? So this will be the answer for this question. That is reverse of the string. Don't confuse. He has not given any start operator, start index. He has not given any end index. But he has mentioned in which direction you have to print. So here the step operator is -1. That means you have to start from the back. You have to start from backward direction. That means you have to travel in the backward direction. So you have to start from you have to start printing the element from the at index -1, and you have to come to the front. Okay. So the next question is, what will be the output of the following code? So A is equal to 1, 2, 3. So A is equal to 1, 2, 3. That means this is the set. This is the set object. Now he has used set comprehension. This is called as set comprehensions. In that he wants to do x into 2. That means he wants to multiply each value with 2 for x in. From where he is taking the x value? He is taking the x value in A. That means already A is given. R. That means this is a union. This is a union. That means he is preparing. He is taking the elements from the union of A and to another set 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is A? A is equal to 1, 2, 3 union. What is another set? 3, 4, 5. When you take the union, duplicate elements will be deleted. So that means this 3 will be written only one time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now the elements he is considering the elements in the resultant set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now from this he is taking the x value. From this, so here for each x in this set he is multiplying with 2. Now what is the first value of x? The first value of x is 1. So now 1 into 2. What 1 into 2 is 2. Next, what is the another value? Another value is 2. Now 2 into 2, it is 4. What is the another value? 3. 3 into 3, 3 into 2 is 6. What is the next value? 4. 4 into 2 is 8. What is the next value? 10. 5. 5 into 2 is 10. That means, so this is a simplified quotation. Comprehension means you are writing a logic in a single statement. Here you want to multiply every element of the set with 2. So what is from where you are getting the elements? You are getting the elements from the union of the given set A and the set 3, 4, 5. So what is the union of A and 3, 4, 5? The union of A and 3, 4, 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the resultant set. From this he wants to take each and every element. So what is first element? First element is 1. Second element is 2. Third element is 3, 4, 5. So for what are the elements he is taking? Here he is multiplying. So now what is the output from this? The output from this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this is the output from this set comprehension. Okay. You already know about what is the list comprehension, what is the set comprehension. So you can write a logic within a single line. Okay. So the next question is, what will be the output of the following code? So what is given here, taken a variable. Okay. Nums is a variable, is equal to set of list. What is given? Set. This is a list. This is a list. That means you are converting a list object into a set object. So this is the list and you are converting to list set object. When you are converting the elements of list object into a set object, duplicate elements will be deleted. So what are the duplicate elements? Here 1 came 2 times, 3 comes 3 times, 4 comes 2 times. So these won't be, as it is, won't be converted into a set. So when you are converting a list into a set, all the duplicate elements will be removed. So here nums is equal to, here nums is a set object. Nums is a set. Why? Because you are assigning set object to variable nums. So nums is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the nums is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you want to print length of this nums. So length of nums. Length of nums. So what is the length of nums? There are only 4 elements. There are only 4 elements in the, what is the num? Nums is set. So how many elements are there in the set? There are only 4 elements are there in the set. So when you want to print length of nums, so it will print only 4. So you please just remember that you can convert a list to set by using a predefined function set. So when you are converting a list to a set, what are the elements what are the duplicate elements are there in list? Those elements will be removed and only unique elements will be maintained in the set. So how many elements are there in the nums? So there are only 4 elements. So when you want to print length of nums, only 4 will be printed. So what is the right option? So this will be the right option. Here the next question is, is define a function. Now the name of the function is example A. Now A is equal to A plus, he is adding a, here whenever you are writing like this is a string. Here it is not integer. It is a string. So when you include anything within the quotes, that becomes a string. Now you want to A is equal to A star 2. Now return here. So example, he is passing a string. The string is hello. That means he is passing a string to the function. So now A becomes A is equal to hello. A is equal to hello. Now what he is doing? A is equal to A plus and the string. So what is A? A is equal to hello. A is equal to hello plus this. What is this? This is also a string. So you can concatenate 2 strings with a plus operator. So now what? So what is the value of A? A becomes HELLO 2. A becomes hello 2. Now here you want to multiply A with 2. That means hello star 2. Hello star 2 means whenever you are multiplying a string with a integer, the string will be replicated that many times. So here you have mentioned 2 times. So hello A becomes hello 2, hello 2. So it becomes, this will be replicated. So a star, that means a multiplication operator, can be used between a string and an integer value. Then that string will be replicated. Then string will be replicated that many times. So how many times here? 2. So here A is equal to, A becomes hello to hello to. Now you are returning A. So what you are returning A? So what is the value of A? A becomes A is equal to hello to hello to. Now if you want to print, so what value will be printed? Here the output is hello to hello to. Output is hello to hello to. This will be the output of the function. Okay, you just see here, in order to confuse you, here he has given the plus operator, he has given the star operator. But when you can here, this is not simply a 2. This is a string. So why? Because 2 is mentioned in quotes. Whenever it is mentioned in quotes, it is a string only. So you can add 2. You can here A is a string and this is also string. You can concatenate 2 strings. So hello plus 2 becomes hello 2. Now he is multiplying that string with the integer value 2. That means the string will be replicated 2 times. So what is the value of A? A is equal to hello to hello to. So now if you want to print the value of A, so hello to will be printed. So that is the output of this function. Okay. So the next question is, suppose list, he has given a list. List 1 is equal to 3, 4, 5, 25. Now what is asking? List 1 dot index of 5. List 1 dot index of 5. List 1 dot index. List means it's a list. Index. You want to know the index of 5 in the given list 1. Index of 5. Index of 5 means index of element. This is the element. This is the element in the list. So index of element 5 in the list. So what is the index of element 5? Here this is the index 0. This is index 1. This is index 2. This is 3. This is 4. So here 5 came 2 times. Which index you will print? Either 2 or 4, or you print both 2 and 4. Here whenever you have mentioned list dot index of an element, the index will be printed for the first appearance of the element. So when you travel from left to right, whenever the first occurrence of element comes, that index will be printed. What is the first occurrence of the element 5? The first occurrence of the element 5 at index 2. So the output is 2. That means the index of list 5, index of element 5 in the given list 1 is 2. Okay. When you have in list, you may have duplicate elements. But if you want to know the index of any particular element, always gives the first occurrence of the element. Always gives the index as the first occurrence of the element. Here the first, here 5 is also there. Here 5 is also there. What is the first occurrence of 5? This is the first occurrence of 5. So what is the index at first occurrence of 5? Here this is 0. This is 1. This is 2. So 2 will be returned. So now the answer for this question is 2. You please do remember that when in a list you may have elements and those elements may be duplicated many times. But when you want to know the index of any element, always the index will be written as the first occurrence of the element. So here the first occurrence of the element 5 is at index 2. Okay. So here, which of the following is not a keyword? Which of the following is not a keyword? So as per Python 3.5, I am considering 3.5, there are 35 keywords are there. Out of 35 keywords, asset is a keyword. Actually, this here spelling mistake. ASSERT, asset is a keyword. Def is a keyword. Non-local is a keyword. Evolve is not a keyword. Evolve is not a keyword. It is a function. It is a function. It is not a keyword. So, which of the following is not a keyword means this is the option. Evolve is not a keyword. Okay. You all have to know what are the keywords are there in the Python language. You have to by heart it. Sometimes questions may come like this. So you may not know, you don't know how many keywords are there. What are the keywords? You should have keywords. You should know all the keywords. Here the last question is write a list comprehension for number and its cube. For okay. Now you want to cube the numbers. Suppose he has given a list L is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to cube all these numbers. I want to cube. That means 1 cube means 1. 2 cube means 8. 3 cube means 27. Like that I want to cube all these numbers one by one. So what is the he has given some code. You have to select the right code for list comprehension. So now here you want to take each and every element from the list and you want to cube it. So here I am writing say for x in L, that means each and every element in L. So what you want to do? You want to perform x cube. So how you will do x cube? Say x power 3, x cube. Okay. Now you keep the things in the list. You keep just things in the list so that all the elements will be power to raised to power 3 and that will be stored in another list. So what is the option? This will be the option. This will be the option. Okay. This is not the right option. This is not the right option. But you have to take each and every element from the list L. You are doing x cube. That means x star star 3. So this will be the right answer. Okay. So he reversely asked that what is the statement for the list comprehension to cube each and every number from the given list. So this will be the answer. Okay. So here I have given the complete solution video for all the 20 questions. All of you, all the students, please go through each and every question clearly. Here I have explained all the required concept for each question. So here I have not given simply the solution for the video, solution for each question, option A, option. Here I have not mentioned about the options. Here I spoke about how to solve a question. What are the required concept for each and every question? So that all things I have explained. You please watch the video entirely. Definitely, if you can able to watch the entire video, so that you can answer questions of the same time. You can answer any type of question of which comes under these categories. Okay. Okay. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you have clarified your doubts. Okay. If you have any doubts, please contact me on this number 9963994890. Okay. Please watch. We are in future we are giving more number of videos on Python and also on C programming languages, and we are also giving more number of solutions to the hackathon problems and the problem solvings using C and Python. Thank you for watching. Keep watching my videos. Thank you.